Y'all doing all right?
Good, good. How was the first day of mandatory minicamp?
It was good. It was good. We did some good things. The defense mixed it up a little bit and brought some good pressure. So we have a lot of good tape to watch on today. Did some good things, but there's a few balls I want back. We're growing. We're learning. It's spring. From where we are today to where we were, a month ago, I think we've made some big steps. But there's a lot to grow on too.
Is it fair to say a lot of this offense is you getting the ball out of your hand quick?
I always thought that it was my job to get the ball out of my hands and get it into the fast guys' hands and let them do something with it. So if I'm stuck with a ball, usually it's not a good result. So I try to get it out of my hands and into those guys that can do something with it. And we have a lot of those guys. So, however we do it, however Bill is going to draw up different plays to do that, I think that's always been my job.
Case, what have you seen on the two receivers, Cortland and Deshaun? What have they shown so far?
Court, he's a friendly target, and I like throwing him the football. He's done really, really well. I think he's come a long way. So I'm excited to throw him the football. Deshaun is just in the right place at the right time. He doesn't act like a rookie. He's not playing like a rookie. So, to have a receiver that you can count on to be in the right place at the right time, that's always a huge plus.
What have you seen out of Jake Butt to this point?
Jake is a competitor. He wants the ball, no matter what, and I like that. I like a guy that comes back to the huddle and, hey, were you open on this play? And even if there was 3 guys on him, he's like, yeah, you could have fit it in, So he wants the ball. I love that. He's hungry right now for knowledge, for how to run routes, for how to, maneuver with leverage, and I'm excited for him to get continue to keep going.
Case, how are you progressing, you personally, and Bill Musgrave's office? What do you want to see on yourself in the next 2 days?
I think I have gotten better. It's just a constant. It's a constant thing where you're trying to see the defense like Bill sees it. As the play caller, what's he trying to get to here on this play? And we've got priceless reps right now. It's priceless experience. Running so many different plays into so many different looks against a defense that's really, really good. So, I think we're getting a lot better. I still, think that these next 2 days are going to be real important for us.
How's it working with Mike Sullivan?
He's great. I love Sully. He does a tremendous job getting us prepared each day for practice. He's very meticulous, but we have a good time in the meeting room too. So it's all business, but we're building a good relationship, good rapport. We have a good quarterback room. All those guys. I'm really appreciative, of how the quarterback room is operating.
You have the youngest running back room in football right now as it's comprised, but last year you probably learned from Cook. Young running back can make an impact. How important is that going to be that one of those guys or two of them step forward to see you have balance?
Yeah, you never know with that group. You never know which of the guys are going to step up or which of the guys are going to have to step up. So, you want to work with all of them. You want to talk through all different decisions and things with all those guys. So, I think they've all come along. They've all come a long way, and I'm excited to see those guys when they put pads on. That's really when the competition gets going for the running backs. When you put the pads on and you see those guys running downhill.
Between the end of minicamp and the start of training camp, what's your throwing program like?
Say that again.
Between the end of minicamp and the start of training camp, how much do you throw?
I'll throw a couple times a week. 2 to 3 times a week, depending on what my schedule is, what's going on. I try to stay fresh. I think I'm, going to work with Lauren and, make sure that my body's ready to go for training camp. But, it's fine-tuning. It's continue to work on little mechanic things that show up during, the spring, especially now that we know the offense and know the system, the footwork that they're looking for. So it's a lot easier to work in the summertime.
You talked about the next 2 days being really important. By the time that Friday rolls around, Thursday rolls around, what have you wanted to accomplish here over the last month? What makes these 2 days so important for you in particular?
There's not many practices in the spring. I think we're 10 OTAs and 1 minicamp down. That's 11. That's only 11. And to think how much we've gotten done in 11, to add 2 more to that, it's, we'd like to make another big jump. So, it's, I don't know if there's anything, in particular. Obviously we've had our goals that we wanted to get on the same page, wanted to talk the same language. This was kind of from the beginning of spring, but man, just a mastery of the offense. That's what I want. I want to master this offense. I want to get on the same page as Matt, as DT Emmanuel, all those guys on the outside, so that we don't have to communicate as much on the field, that we're communicating so much during the offseason and off the field that it just comes naturally.
DT set up, Case, got the camp with the receivers.
Yeah, it's going to be an undisclosed location, so none of you guys are lurking around, creeping on us. Yeah, if I see any of you faces, I'm going to call the cops on you guys. I may or may not, man. I don't know.
May or may not be in Arizona.
I mean, who knows, man? We may be going international, man. Broncos camp international.
Maybe for you guys or anything like that.
Well, I don't need many, but some of these other guys, we were somewhere with Paxton the other day, and it's hard to walk around with that guy.
Casey, if you want to master this offense, what are some challenges that lie ahead for this offense to make sure you can continue to master the offense, like you said?
New challenges arise each day. Today we had some different protection looks that we've got to make sure when defenses line up like that we're all on the same page and we're trying to do new things, trying to try new concepts. That we really build a foundation of what our protection, our offense is going to be, so that during the year when we get into scheming and game planning, we can mix up certain things and try new things and really accentuate what those guys do well outside, so we can get them the ball. It's a lot of things. It's new each day, and that's why I love this game. That's why I'm loving getting to know these guys and building new relationships, and not just on the field but off the field too.
Time for a few more for Case.
Working on a book. What's that process been like for you? You mentioned it's a little different than being out here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, after this past season, I had 3 or 4 people approach me about writing a book, and I never ever dreamed that I would possibly be able to author a book. But I had some really good help. Andrew Perloff, who's with the Dan Patrick Show, is helping me out, and publisher Lifeway, Fed Agency is the writer's agent. But I got a chance to write a book. It's called Playing for More. Just kind of the story of what me off the field, not only just on the field, but off the field, and why I play and why I do what I do, and why I get to stand up here and talk to you guys, be the Denver Broncos quarterback. So it's pretty special to me, and I let people in and tell some pretty cool stories that a lot of people may not have heard, but it's just a blessing, man. God has been really so good in my life, and if it encourages and challenges somebody, then I've accomplished something with it.
Case, I know you primarily work with Dylan and Mike, but what has your relationship been like so far with Vance?
Vance has been great. Like I said, when I first talked with you guys, we go back, a few years. So, talking through situationally, I've really enjoyed. We've gotten a bunch of 2-minute drills. We've gotten some situational work, and just talking through, hey, what are we thinking here? Are you going to take a timeout? Do we need to spike this? Do we need to try to take a shot? And we've gone back in and watched the film. I've gone up to his office and watched with him, breaking down some stuff, and then even defensive, breaking down some film from last year. It's been great. It's been a lot. He's a wealth of knowledge, and he's an open book. So I've really appreciated him.
How long does it take to master a new offensive scheme?
I guess it depends on your definition of master. I'm always trying to master it. I'm always trying to perfect my craft. I think to get to master level, it's hard to say. It's different for every offense, but we're getting there. We're getting close, but I never feel like I've arrived. I'm always working. I'm always looking for little nuances, little things like, hey, when you get this look into this play, think about this. So I always try to add notes to my folders and add notes to different looks and plays, so that no matter what comes up, I've prepared for it and I'm ready for it.